What's going on, everybody? Justin here with From Zero to Studio, and today I'm going to show you how to easily copy over individual tracks and settings from one Cubase project to another. This will transfer all of your track settings, like routing, plugins, automation, tempo information, MIDI tracks, like seriously everything. Maybe you want to use the same settings as another song that you've recorded or mixed, and you don't have a template saved up for it. Or maybe you want to import the vocals that you edited and mixed in a separate project into your current working project. If so, this is the video for you. So I have a song here where we did a vocal mix in a separate project, and I want to import these vocals with all of their settings and automation into the main working project. This is fairly quick and easy to do, so let's jump to it. First, you're going to go to File and down to Import. And then you're going to select Tracks from Project. It's then going to prompt you to choose which Cubase project you want to import the tracks from, so I'm going to select Vocal Mix to open it. Cubase is then going to open the Import Options window, which allows you to choose what tracks you want to import and how they import. Let's first look at the track list. Under Source Track, you can select individual tracks you want to import, and then the Destination Track column allows you to choose that track's destination. Most times, leaving this set to New Track is ideal. Above that, Select All will select all of the tracks. Deselect All will deselect all of the tracks. Collapse All collapses the track list. Expand All expands the track list. And then for Select Matching, rather than creating new tracks when they import, it will place the imported tracks onto existing tracks in your project as long as they have the same exact name. So I can hit Select All and then press Select Matching, and it will change the destination track to any existing tracks as long as the names are identical. And then Reset simply puts the destination tracks back to the default setting of creating a new track for everything you import. I only need to import these vocal tracks, and I want them to be on new tracks, so let's select those. Moving over to track data to be imported, I'm going to leave all three of those selected. Events and Parts will import all of the audio clips associated with that track, and this includes track versions. Channel and Inspector Settings will import all track settings like volume, panning, EQ, plugins, sends, and different routing settings you may have set. However, it will not import some of the track settings, like whether the track is record enabled, if monitoring is turned on, if the track is muted or soloed, or if you have it set to read or write automation. If you have any of these set, you'll have to enable them again after importing the tracks. For automation, this imports all automation data associated with each track you import. Under Project Settings, this shows the settings for the source project and the current active project that you're importing the tracks to. You want to make sure that these are the same because if any of the imported files have a different sample rate from the active project, they're going to play back at the wrong speed and pitch. If you do have any different sample rates, there will be an option to convert the imported tracks under the Media Files heading below. Under Import Position for Events and Parts, Import at Absolute Position places the imported tracks at their original timecode position inside of your current active project. Import at Relative Position places the imported tracks at their original position relative to the project start time. Import at Cursor Position places the imported tracks at wherever you currently have the cursor inside of your active project. This vocal mix project is lined up exactly the same as the current active project, so I can import at absolute position. In this case, if I wanted to, I could also place the cursor at the start of the project and import at cursor position. Under Media Files, Copy to Active Project folder will copy all the media files from the imported tracks to your active project folder. I always suggest copying the files to the new project because if you don't, it's going to reference them from the original project folder. If you make any permanent changes to an audio track or delete it from the project and remove it from the pool, this will also change the original project file as well. That means that the original file will either be altered or gone forever and you won't have a backup. Now, if any of the files you're importing do have different sample rates, you're going to see an option here called Convert Sample Rate, and you can select that to convert these. You must also have Copy to Active Project folder selected to be able to see this. So what this does is it simply converts the sample rate of the imported tracks to match the sample rate of your active project. If you don't see this option, then your files are already the same sample rate and you're good to go. Let's click OK and import these tracks. So here are all the imported tracks, and you'll notice that these don't show any automation being read, even though there is automation on these tracks. Since I know there is automation data here, and you can see it by dropping down the automation lane, all I have to do is enable the read function and everything will be intact. And there we have all of the vocal tracks with their settings, copied from the Vocal Mix project and imported into the current active project. So that's how you can import tracks and settings from one Cubase project to another. Hopefully this was helpful to you. It's definitely a huge time saver compared to having to set up and dial everything in from scratch. Now, as you're working on improving your recording and mixing skills, if you want a guide that'll walk you through every step of the process, from songwriting and recording up through mixing and mastering, you can download the Roadmap to a Radio-Ready Song. This guide covers 5 steps that'll help you take your song from sounding like a demo to sounding pro, and you can download it absolutely free as my gift to you by going to FromZeroToStudio.com/roadmap or by clicking the link below in the description, and you can start improving how you're creating and capturing your music. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I'll see you on another video soon.